Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we've got an incredible new product finally released. Callaway have created some serious artistic work with their new wedge. Remember, if you like our videos, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends. So it's been a long time in the making. We've been whinging about this for probably about 12 months now, that Callaway have kind of lost their way in the wedge market. They really haven't brought anything out brand new. It's been a bit stale. They know that, we know that, the customer knows that, you guys know that. So it's great to finally see that they've pulled this out of the bag. Beautiful looking wedge. This is the Callaway OPUS. It's a great looking product, different shape to the previous models. You've got four main grind options. So you've got the S, the standard, the W, the wide sole. You've got the C, which is the crescent moon, allows you to open up the toe and heel. And then you've got the new one, which is the T, which is the low bounce options. Now the T is only available in 5860. It's designed for that guy that wants some play off tight lies and nip that ball. It's great to see they've got this product out. They've got two different heads. So they've got the black head and the chrome head, as you can see I've got in my hands here. There is no oxidization this year, so there's no wedges that will go rusty or anything like that. It's just black and chrome. Lofts will stretch from 48 all the way through to 60. I mean, it's a clean looking wedge. Do you know what? They haven't tried to be too clever with this wedge. It's neat, it's tidy. I think it's gonna perform really well when you lay it behind the golf ball. It's a real nice frame. I think Callaway really like in the previous models. I think it's, for me, MD3 was the kind of last time that these guys did a really good wedge, and that's a few years ago now. And since then they've kind of been trying and chucking the kitchen sink at a set of wedges, whereas I think these, do you know what, when you put this against the new iron that's being released, I think you've now got a real clean, simple, good looking family of product that any good player will want to play. You can not only top your bag really nicely, you can actually put and clean up the bottom end of your bag, all with Callaway product. And I think that's the first time I can say that for a good couple of years now. So look, I'm excited to hit these. Let's hit a clip of you and see what I get back in terms of feeling. So I've got three wedges here. I've stolen three out of our bag there, and I've got the 58T grind, the 58 12W, and I've got the 50S. So I've got a little shot here, not very far, 20 yards maybe. I'm going to have a little go with these two lofted ones, so the W and the T, because I think that gives you an idea of the difference. So when you come in straight away, you see how tight to the ground the T sits. There is no real relief in that product. In terms of the W, it's a little bit wider, a little bit more forgiveness for me for this type of shot. If that guy that tends to struggle with a pitch shot digs it in, the W might be a bit more suitable. But if you play on really, really tight courses, you may struggle with this wedge. So look, let me have a go with the W. I need that little bit of extra relief, and let's see if we can nip a couple. Got the little chrome tour ball in here as well from Rob's bag again. You know, one thing straight away strikes me when you get a hold of a wedge is the weight of it. There's some wedges on the market that can feel predominantly quite heavy and quite weighty. This actually feels quite light, and I'm a big fan of that in a wedge. I feel like I can manipulate and play with the shot a lot easier when the club's a little bit lighter in my wedge. So nice feel, great feel off the face. Just pops up, obviously what you'd expect. Nice feel, nice and controlled. It doesn't feel too clicky. So I've just got hold of the T here. Try and come in the camera. So what you've got is a little cross hatching across the face. This is their highest spinning wedge. Let me prove that that's not the case when I hopefully don't thin this through the green. Oh, that felt lovely. Did you see that? That was rascal. Even Chris is smiling at that one. He's seen me hit a lot of bad chip shots. Oh, it's got some nip in it, that has, Chris. Let's go and see if we can get it around the green and hit a couple of short chip shots. Just feels so good. I tell you what, it sits behind the ball really neat, really tidy. I think Callaway are really back in the wedge game with this. They really are, you know. Oh, that was nippy. Really like this, really like the tee. It really sits really nice, but overall, first impressions of these wedges are they're definitely back in the market. Put it in with the new wedges, in the new irons, and all of a sudden Callaway are back in the game with the Callaway OPUS Wedge. It's time to give it the AFGolfStore score. So AFGolfStore score for the Callaway OPUS Wedge. Well, let's start with look. I think there's two sides to this. There's the look from how it sits behind the ball, but there's also that kind of cool look from the bag. And it's clean, it's neat. I'm a kind of no-nonsense kind of guy when it comes to a wedge. I want it simple, I don't want too much fluff. It sits nice, there's not too many deviations in colour. It frames the golf ball very, very well. Slightly different shape to it, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. In terms of feel, feels really good actually. I really like the tee grind. I thought the tee grind was a nice spinny wedge, worked really, really nicely. A little bit firmer than I'd expect from a wedge, I will say that. You know, I don't think it's as soft as some, but it's not as harsh as others. So in terms of feel for me, I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. In terms of customization, well, it's nice to see they've got the 4 grinds. They've got enough loft options in there to make sure that you can fit in. Obviously, from our perspective, there's plenty of shafts that you can put in these. I always tend to kind of like to keep a lightweight shaft as much as possible in a wedge, but overall plenty of custom options. They're not as much as some manufacturers. They haven't got as many grind options as some, but the story's clean, the 4 grinds, it's simple, so I'm going to give that I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. In terms of price, now these are going to come in around the 150, 160 mark, so again right in the sweet spot of where most wedges are. You know, the leading brands are around that 150, 160 mark. We haven't had that finalized exactly where the price is right now, but when they come to market, it will be in that kind of ballpark, which is great. So I'm going to have to give that an 8 out of 10 because it's pretty competitive. In terms of overall performance, well, I think Callaway back in the game with this. It's a quality product, it's good looking. There's maybe not as many grinds as we would like from a fitting perspective, but do you know what? It keeps the story simple and clean. The look is good, the feel's a little bit firm for me. Overall, I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. So the new Callaway OPUS Wedge gets a score of 36 out of 50. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's always great to test brand new product. If there's anything you want us to show you or test or review, we would happily do so. But in the meantime, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends.